Alright, today's adventure has been butchering pants. There you go. So basically taking the pants and cutting around the elements, like the pockets which are sewn in, and taking it up to the waistband. So I can remove the waistband, but also so that I can open up the item at the seams. To give me pieces of fabric that I can then utilize in strips to create the body and the outer fabric for the cocoon coat. Alright, so this is one leg done. And pull all thread. Well, it's very entertaining thread pulling. So I'll have the waistband with the pockets and stuff attached, which this is really cool fabric. It's not anything I need right now, but definitely might consider using it for the cuffs or the collar pieces. Not entirely certain yet. And then I have this leg. Cutting down along the side of the welt pocket, which is a very nice looking pocket. Sadly, not usable in this particular project, although I have used them in other projects. A project from year before last, I actually utilized the pocket as part of the facing inside the lining of the jacket I made to have a little interior pocket kind of hidden in there. And that was pretty fun. Alright, now I'm cutting down the split pocket on the side. And I'm trying to keep all the lining pieces intact because just in case I need them for something else later. It's in a sense wasting good fabric. And it's not for this project right now, but perhaps for another project in the future. One never knows when we need this stuff. It's also a lot of fun to give to my students here in Nashville for their projects. They just need little swatches to represent the fabric that they would be making their larger items out of, because they're not actually making the garments. They're just doing a kind of a mock-up presentation board. Then they don't need the yardage. So anything I don't end up using, I usually give to them because I like them. And right now I'm actually at IDT Nashville, utilizing one of the pattern rooms. I'm in room 105 downstairs. I've taught many a class here. Generally not the pattern variety, just regular class. The big tables do make a really nice work surface for whatever you're doing. In fact, one of my students who was just in here doing some regular homework just left. So we do make a lot of ample use of the rooms. Alright, the last pair of pants. Look at all these hems. Fascinating cinema hems. And all these pants are 100% silk pants, and they all are from St. Vincent de Paul, San Francisco. I picked them up actually in July, and yeah, it's December. There's been a little, there's been a lot to do between now and then. A lot of planning and preliminary stuff. They have my sewing machines in the shop, which they just called me today to say I could pick up. So here we have this top. It had this color, which is a darker brown. I have these two. This is more of a stone color, has more of a gray to it, and this is a more traditional beige, and it is more of a cream color. This has a herringbone twill pattern, where this is just a straight twill. And these, although they're the same color, are a mix of a regular twill and a herringbone was the last pants I was working on. Over here, the pattern pieces I'm going to be working with. I'm using and going to be modifying a Folkwear pattern, which is a great company that makes wonderful, historically accurate patterns. And this is called the Sunburst Cocoon Coat. And I'm making it in extra large. And it has a great, simple batwing sleeve that's going to come under here, so you're going to have a lot of volume here through the front of the side of the bodice, extended to the front. Down here, there's going to be these great pleats that are going to be stitched in here and then open up along the side a little bit more. That's the front. And then this is the back and a piece. So what I'm going to be doing, if I can grab the back, is slightly cleaner work table over here, as you can see. This is dried, but still. So I don't let my students eat in here, although not all the instructors are that strict. The idea will be to take strips of fabric, probably going this way, and then arrange them thusly. And I will most likely, I'm not quite sure how big the stripes I want. I want to cut them in chunks, so maybe that'll be perhaps fold it in half so that I can, maybe that's a good one. And I'm going to try to use as much of one single color, maybe alternate the herringbone and not the herringbone. So when the item gets sewn, this is sort of the idea that in these sort of diagonal strips here, back up. So you have them, the seams would be going this way in this nice tan material, and I'm going to alternate some of this in as well. And then it'll create sort of a diagonal stripping coming out from the center back seam that will be not only sort of Art Nouveau, or Art Deco, being that there'll be nice, these nice stripes, but it will be sort of reminiscent, I'm hoping, just a little bit of mummy wrappings without being too over the top. So that is the plan. And that is where we stand, where the hard work really begins. And it is currently December the 7th, or is it the 8th already? I've lost track. 2009.